Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Astera. It is time for an update, and on this chart we have been tracking a pretty simple structure where we had a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and here we were tracking a third wave to the upside. Now within this wave 3 we aren't necessarily looking at a full count, and in fact even within this initial wave 1 up I could even consider this to be a series of 1-2 setups that has occurred in this area. But then this would still be the third wave that I would be tracking, and now we were looking here for this correction in wave 4. In the previous video, I provided you this support zone between the $201 level all the way down to the $150 level at the 50% retracement, where as long as we hold this level, we are still looking with high likelihood for continuation to new all-time highs within a wave 5. Now, as we were tracking the chart in the previous video, we had completed here the wave A, and we were looking for a very likely wave B to the upside, where we already had, I believe, this initial movement, and I provided you this resistance area between the $212 level all the way up to the $244 level. And as expected, we formed a three-wave pattern to the upside in a wave B. We reached the 61.8% retracement, the golden ratio, and as expected, we started a wave C to the downside to complete this larger correction in a wave 4 in an ABC structure. Now, it is not guaranteed that this will create a clear ABC structure, especially within this time frame. It could still turn out to be something like a WXY, and in that case, within this movement, this development to the downside from this local top, this correction top, internal correction top, we could see just an ABC structure, and in that case we may be very, very close to an actual bottom here in a wave 4. And even otherwise, we could still see something like, even within the wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4th, and a 5th that gets truncated, doesn't even manage to form a new low. Does happen at times. And I wanted to do basically an update for everyone who is watching this channel to get an opportunity to check this setup out, to consider if an entry is something interesting for you. And considering all the options, this is not one that I would necessarily skimp on, at least to consider. Now, of course, every setup can fail, but it is an area that it is interesting to look forward for an entry, in my opinion, because if we fail to hold the 50% retracement, we can know with pretty good likelihood that if we manage to get a sustained break below the 50% retracement, it is unlikely that we will still manage to form here the 5th wave to the upside, and we may be in something much more bearish. And of course, we may get something like a 1, 2, and then here could be a third wave down, and then we get a relief rally, something maybe even within a larger A, B, could work out. But if we fail to hold the 50% retracement, we will not manage to form the 5th wave to the upside within this structure that we are tracking, and that is fine. Other structures could still allow this chart to still form new all-time highs, new higher highs, but they will not have the same probabilities, the same potential as this one for clarity, at least in terms of clarity, because honestly this could turn into 1, 2, 1, 2. Great potential. The third wave to the upside would end up being even stronger, but the probability of this working out is not necessarily as likely. It's not necessarily the same quality of a trade setup as what we have here in a third and a fourth. Now, in the previous video, I did also provide you some targets for the wave C to the downside, but as we haven't fully completed the wave B, they aren't necessarily valid. And we would be looking normally at the 100% extension for an ideal target of the wave C, the $165 level in this case. We did reach it, we did even surpass it slightly, and I would consider that we could be towards the end of this correction in the wave 4. But if we look closer, I can try and get here a slight count in, where if we go to the 15-minute time frame, I could say that okay, this is a wave 1, a wave 2, a third wave down, a fourth wave up, and then a 5th wave that would be forming in this area. And within this wave 5, I would normally expect still a 5-wave pattern, so it could be something in an ending diagonal like 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th, probably still another low here within this wave 5. Doesn't need to happen. Honestly, it is on the 15-minute time frame after all. And then yeah, from a larger time frame perspective, if we look, this is a wave C. From this point, I would then consider here probably another 1-2 setup, and then here a third wave down, a correction to come in a wave 4, and then still another low within the wave 5. But there is no guarantee it will happen, because I could argue that this wave B would top here, doesn't need to form a new top, and yeah, could be a wave B that tops below the actual highest point. So an ABC structure could work out, and then yeah, this would be the entire correction. And if you were waiting for the 4-5 to happen, you would miss it because it wouldn't happen. But yeah, I honestly prefer to look here from a larger time frame perspective, and right now we are still quite towards the bottom area of this correction zone, and yeah, we may bottom at any time and start a fifth wave to the upside. And if this doesn't work out, if we fall below the 50% retracement and sustain below it, we know it failed, we have an invalidation point, and we can use even a stop loss in such an area. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video. And actually, I want to bring out one more point. Yeah, remember, we are looking for new all-time highs in this wave 5. So could be something like the $300 mark, could be somewhat of an area, which is nearly 90% from this point. Now I could even give you some targets. I would be looking here for the 61.8% retracement, but maybe the first target to look out for could be something like the $300 level, maybe even the 270, but still a lot of potential here, right? Even from this point, over 60% upside. Yeah, so yeah, let's get back to the outro. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll try my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.